How you all doing again? Cody back again, dropping another video. Right guys, this time this video is going to be on why it's better to work in prison. Right, you have things called work in prisons, right? Whether it's like working in the workshops, making prison towels, making prison boxer shorts. Some people take computers apart. Some people work as telephone operators for the prison. I did a video on private prisons. Sodexo, which is a private run prison, well, Forest Bank is a Sodexo run prison, and they outsource to an external company where they do like telephone operators and stuff. They type what the people at the end of the phone say, but they're not able to speak back. Then you've got like shop orderlies. You've got like you can work in the stores, you can work in the workshops, you can clean on the wings, as I did on my last sentence and stuff. And I'm going to go into a few reasons, guys, why it's worthwhile, right? So obviously, the thing is with prisons, the first off the bat, yeah, working in prisons, right, it fucking amounts to slave labour, depending what job you're doing, right? I was earning £10.25 a week for working 7 days a week, right? In my eyes, personally, slave labour. But the thing is, on the flip side of that, I was out myself constantly, kept my mind occupied, kept me out of trouble. I was getting paid even though it was a shit wage. You get the best food because you eat before anyone else, so you get the best choice of the food when it comes over. Things like that, right? If you work in the workshops, you're off the wing, you're mixing with other lads off fucking other wings and stuff like that. You're getting a wage. Like I say, the reasons to do it, right, it's quite worthwhile in ways, right? Obviously the wage thing, yeah, that's an issue, but only when I got out and I thought, you know what, yeah, they worked me like a dog for fucking 7 days a week. I worked every day while I was in prison, right? And it's just ridiculous for £10.25. But again, it's worthwhile in other regards, right? It didn't help me, but it can help people, right? And this is how it can help you, right? Going forward, right, you might be coming up to, you've got a thing called HDC. For those that don't know, it means home detention curfew, right? What it means is you get released early from your sentence, but you're on tag, right? i.e. an ankle bracelet, right? If you're a cleaner, right, or you work in the workshops, or you were working in the kitchens, or you're working in the fucking shop as an orderly, or doing the gardens as an orderly, right, you're in a position of trust, right? Now, if you're in a position of trust, right, and you're coming up for tag, or you could be a mentor or a listener, things like that, right? These are jobs, yeah, where you get paid within the prison. And if you're coming up for your tag, right, your HDC might be eligible, right? It can help you get your tag, right? So it's definitely worthwhile. It doesn't. It didn't. I didn't get tag. Some of the other lads didn't get tag, but then you get a lot of people that do get tag because you're in a position of trust and stuff. It can help you. Like if you put in for a move to another jail, if you wanted to get shipped to another prison, right, even though when you landed out of the prison you got to start all over again and you might not get a job and stuff, it's worthwhile doing, because if you're working within the prison, like I say, it shows that there's a degree of trust in you. There's other ways you can help with that, like if you put yourself on voluntary drug tests and stuff, or MDT as it's known in prison, mandatory drug testing. That can also facilitate you getting early tag and move to other prisons and stuff like that, should you require it. Because like I say, not everyone in prison here in Manchester is from Manchester. I was locked up with a kid from Newcastle. You get a lot of Scousers and stuff like that. Some of the Scousers would rather be back in Walton and Altcourse and stuff, so that's why it's always worthwhile. Working in prisons, like I say, there's benefits as well. You're getting paid, keeps your mind occupied, yeah. You can go stir crazy, feel sorry for all the lads that are just locked behind the door and forgotten about. They're just like people. Prisons are like, can cause mental health issues and stuff like that. We're social people and stuff, and if you're not able to socialise, you're locked behind your door. Like I say, people can climb the walls quite literally. So when you're working and stuff, keeps your mind off home, keeps your mind occupied, keeps you sane, you're earning money, you're able to move about the jail and stuff more freely than you would be if you was locked behind your door. Can help you get tag. like I say, like anything you can get you anything from the screws. You're pretty much like within reason. Like the screws, because you work alongside the screws. Yeah, as a cleaner on my last stretcher, like because I was working alongside the screws. If I asked for a favour, example, right? Someone fucking burnt my prison ID card, right, as a joke, yeah. And they're £2.50 to replace. Now, £2.50, right, isn't much, is it, when you're on the out? But when you're in prison and it's a fucking fifth of your wage, right, £2.50 is quite a lot of money. So yeah, like I say, it's so I just said to one of the screws, I said, listen, I said, if you go down to reception, can you get us one? The screw, yeah, he used to work down reception, so he said, leave it with me. So he went and got me a new ID card, and then all I did, I got a pack of chocolate digestives out of my pad and put them in the office for them to say thank you, because a quid's right better than paying £2.50 in it. So I just give them chocolate. So that's, he did me a favour, and then I like paid me debt sort of thing, and it works, guys, in prison. There's a lot of screws that you can't manoeuvre around, and some of them you can just wrap around your finger. Every prison is different, every screw is different, right? You know what I mean? People that have been in prison will know what I'm talking about. But like I say, because you're working alongside the screws, you can get more favours and stuff. Like, we fucking hell, like the amount of quilts I had in my pad, yeah, prison bed, yeah, I slept the more comfortable when I was in Strangeways. When I landed in Forest Bank, yeah, it's like a steel shelf, right, with fucking a plastic fucking mattress about that thick, right? And what we used to do, we used to get bedding packs all the time and wrap them around the thing and stuff. When the food come over, like, you get all the best food, yeah. So, like, if you've got a chicken Cody comes over, right, the cleaner, like, this is an example, right? So the food comes over, say you've ordered curry, yeah. You've got the big pieces of chicken, or it says it's chicken anyway, right? You get them and you're putting them on your plate. You say to the lads on the servery that are serving your food, right? Or sort us out like some big piece of chicken. Can I have that? Can I have that bit of meat there? Can I have that chicken breast? Can I have this? Can I have that? Right? And then when things are left over at the end, ice creams and cake and custard and shit like that, sometimes you're having 2 or 3 each, depending on how many's left over and stuff, and how many have gone off the wing and everything. So like I say, there are reasons and perks and stuff like that. Like I say, if you're working in other workshops and stuff with lads off the other wing, get shout your cell, you can interact with them, you can have a laugh with them, stuff like that. Keeps your spirits up, you're earning a wage, keeps your mind occupied, and then like I say, it just makes it easier for you. When you're a cleaner in prison, right, like I said, I was a cleaner on the induction wing at Forest Bank, right. The cleaner side is known as the Millionaires Row. The reason it's known as Millionaires Row is because we're cleaners and we're earning a wage and stuff. We're able to stock up on stuff, right? Other people within the jail, yeah, unless they've got friends and family sending them in money, right? Prison's expensive, right? So they've got bits, yeah, but then they're running around and they're getting the smoking spice and borrowing off people. Then you've got to give double back and stuff, right? As cleaners, we're in a position where you've got to be whiter than white, yeah. And then you've got you stocked up on stuff. You've got loads of shower gels. You've got loads of roll-on deodorants. You might have loads of burn where you can like lend to the lads and stuff, and you get double bubble back. So that means if you lend a quarter off a cleaner, you've got to give them like half ounce back and stuff. It's called double bubble. It doubles what you lend. You've got to give double back, right? That's just across prison. That's a fact. So like I say, we was known as Millionaires Row. There was some plasma screens that came into the prison, right, with remote controls, right. We got them because we was cleaners. That's a perk, right. We used to have laughs with the screws, right, because we was out and stuff like that. I ain't no screw boy, like I say, convicts all day, every day, and that's why I do these videos. But while you're inside and stuff, it's easier to get on with people. There was only one screw I didn't like. He was a fucking Jobsworth cunt. I used to speak to the lads like we were scumbags, right, and I didn't like him one bit, and he knows I didn't like him, and we'll leave that there. But like I say, if you're coming up for your tag and stuff like that, the fact that your IEP status, right, if you've been good for 3 months, you become enhanced, right, that helps you, right? You don't have to be a cleaner to get that. It just means you stay out of the mire for 3 months. So you're enhanced, right? You've got a job within the prison, and you could put through for mandatory, for voluntary drug tests and stuff, right? All them 3 things there can help you get tag. So rather than getting out of prison 4 or 5 months down the line or 3 months down the line, right? You're getting it early, or you could put in for your Cat C or your Cat D, right? And you could get it granted because you're a cleaner. Because it doesn't always happen. So, like I say, every prison is different. But I'm giving you scenarios where it's happened, right? People can get tag, people can get fucking the Cat Ds, the Cat Cs and stuff, and they're getting shipped out to cushier and cushier prisons, right, within the system. All because you've worked a bit in jail. Like I say, it also keeps your mind occupied, keeps you sane. You're earning a wage, through your wage and stuff like that. You also get more benefits as well. You can go to the gym more often because you've got wing gym, you've got unemployed gym, and then you've got workers gym. So you get more gym that way. If you're on things like street soccer, people that are doing coaching courses and badges and stuff like that, they can earn. They're out on the football pitch. They get better gym. They get more gym as well on top of that. So like I say, there's incentives and stuff for people that are willing to take part in like courses and employment within prisons and stuff. When I went to Strangeways, they tried to make me work for £7.50 an hour on the croft for £7.50 a week, right, making prison towels. I told them to fuck off. I walked off. Then they put me on a cleaning course, right? I done one day, and then I got shipped to fucking Forest Bank, yeah. And I didn't end up working for the rest of that stretch. Then I went back to Forest Bank on a different stretch and ended up working just on the phone. And one of the red badges, which is a senior officer, tapped me on the back and said, "Do you want to work?" I said, "Doing what?" He said, "There's a cleaner on the wing." And then I said, "Yeah, all right." I'd never even spoken to the screw. He just said, "Do you want a job?" I was a quiet kid, keeping myself to myself. They want quiet kids on the cleaners because if you've got dickhead inmates as cleaners and stuff, people that are rowdy and troublesome and stuff, right, could upset the balance of the wing and stuff. So I was a quiet kid. They liked the facts, and they wanted like a quiet kid on the cleaners. So, bam, I jumped from 27 to cell 47 on G2, and that was it. I was a cleaner for the rest of my stretch, working 7 days a week for £10.25. Like I said, kept me occupied. The time fucking flies as well. That's another bonus as well of working within prison. Your time, right? If you're locked behind your door, right, watching Jeremy Kyle and shit, yeah, your time's it can go quick anyway, but that'll drag compared to working. When you're grafting, you're there, you're doing bits, you're doing that, you're moving this person down to the main, you're carrying bags for this person, you're scrubbing, you're cleaning, you're mopping, you're emptying the bins, you're setting up for fucking dinner, you're serving the food to the kids, you're giving bread out, you're giving cake out, fucking fruit and all that sort of stuff. Then next minute you're cleaning the showers, then I'm doing this, then we're doing that. Right? Every cleaner has a role within the prison. That the more you're in and the more people leave, the longer you're there, the higher you move up the ladder and stuff. Then you can get onto mentoring and number one and listener and all them stuff where you're earning £10.25, then you got the wing painter on £15, mentors are on £20, so on and so forth. Right guys, listen, this is just a quick video. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you all soon. Alright guys, bye.